Did you guys hear about how Tom Homan has this drawdown going on in Minnesota? He was asked, he went on Laura Ingram's show and was asked a very direct question because now their white pride is being, punctured here. And he has to puff his chest back out and get back to the Tom Homan that we all know and hate.
Are you declaring victory tonight in Minnesota because the agitators are declaring victory too?
Well, I never expected for a moment that the politicians would, give President Trump or myself a win or the men and women of ICE a win. I knew that coming in. Even though we're drawing down resources, we still want to have hundreds of special agents here drawn down on the fraud here from the Semitic community and others. Those fraud investigations are going to continue until they're done. We're going to hold people responsible. We're also got investigators here doing the church investigations, to include Don Lemon. We're not walking away from anything. We've achieved what we came here for. This is like any other surge operation. LA, it ended. Los Angeles, it ended. Charlotte, it ended. New Orleans, it ended. This is ending the surge, but we're not going away. And let me say this. Over 800 flights a day land in St. Paul, Minnesota. If we need to come back, we'll come back.
I remember Tim Waltz and a few other folks were slightly encouraged that Tom Homan, a true law enforcement professional, is going to be coming in to take the place of Greg Bovino, who was, a Nazi in the street, who was pushing for more violence and confrontations with American citizens, and also sweeping up and assaulting other folks. But somehow Tom Homan, who came with this whole drawdown plan, is now, because Laura Ingraham set him up with that question of, hey, these agitators. You know what's that? She said these agitators are declaring victory. What do you say? Or do you declare victory? It's like they want to keep fighting this war. Let me give you guys a quick look into the softer tone and what he announced would happen. That is right before he said F all that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna run around and do the same things wherever and whenever we want.
With that, and success that has been made arresting public safety threats and other priorities since this surge operation began, as well as the unprecedented levels of coordination we have obtained from state officials and local law enforcement, I have proposed, and President Trump has concurred, that this surge operation conclude. A significant drawdown has already been underway this week and will continue through the next week. We have a lot of work to do across this country to remove public safety risk who shouldn't even be in this country, and to deliver on President Trump's promise for strong border security and mass deportation. Law enforcement officers drawn down from this surge operation will either return to the duty station or be assigned elsewhere to achieve just that.
And trying to come off like he gives a damn, or as if they have this drawdown to stop the violence. What's always revealed is they're heading off somewhere else to commit the same crimes. He mentioned Los Angeles, Charlotte, New Orleans, wherever else that they've, invaded cities of, and said those drawdowns happen too. Maybe you should ask some folks in Los Angeles if that drawdown means much to the folks that they're still assaulting, they're still chasing down, and still rights they're still violating. The purpose, as I said the other day, is these drawdowns leaves a presence like they're in a war where they still got their troops on the ground harassing, attacking, murdering civilians in the streets. It's supposed to stay, and eventually it's supposed to invade the entire country, wherever it is that they choose to send Donald Trump's troops to then attack more people. So I'm gonna give you guys more instances of what this guy actually is and what he really believes in. Notice something here about what he said he wants to do with American citizens and tracking them.
And these people who want to say follow ICE, and film ICE, you know what? You can protest. They have that right. But when you cross that line, and we've proven it, if you interfere or impede or assault an ICE officer, you will be prosecuted. And one thing I'm pushing for right now, Laura, we're going to create a database where those people that are arrested for interference, impediment, assault, we're going to make them famous. We're going to put their face on TV. We're going to let their employers in their neighborhoods, in their schools, know who these people are. Because as you said, a lot of these people, they say they're taking time off work to protest. I bet you a lot of them are calling in sick. I bet you a lot of their employers don't know what they're doing. But we're going to make sure everybody knows who they are. We're going to broadcast. They want to broadcast the ICE officer that was nearly killed all over the internet. We're going to broadcast every one of these people we arrest.
You notice something? I just talked about it yesterday, maybe the day before, but I think it was yesterday. Tom Homan tilting his head back, yucking it up with Laura Ingraham about how they're going to create a database. You want to be wise guys? Do you want to go out in the streets and, practice your First Amendment rights? Do you want to protest for your rights as we continue to try and snatch them from you and attack you at the same time? We're going to put you in a database. Do you guys remember when Todd Lyons, the director, acting director, they call him, but the full director of ICE, was getting questioned about that database?
Those people protesting, practicing the First Amendment right, photos of them, data taken, they're not being placed in any kind of a database?
There is no database for protesters, sir.
One of your officers in Maine said to one of the individuals protesting, "We're going to put your face in a little database."
It's not illegal to record.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah. Why are you taking my information down?
Because we have a nice little database.
Oh, good.
And now you're considered a domestic terrorist. So
What does that mean? Do you have a little database
No, sir.
of Americans?
No, sir, we don't.
Then what do you think your ICE agent was doing to this individual when he said those statements?
I can't speak for that individual, sir, but I can assure you there is no database that's tracking United States citizens.
He can assure you. He has no idea what that ICE agent in the street was talking about. Maybe Todd Lyons should have a meeting with Tom Homan about that same database that Tom Homan said that they've created in order to go after people that are disputing and pushing back and fighting for their rights. Because what you can't do in the United States of fascist America is, stand up for your rights. You can't protest. We've seen that from the president all the way down to the people on the streets. Why are we ignoring what we're watching right in front of us? Just because they deny something and then we see it in front of us doesn't mean that it's not happening. So check this out. I'm gonna run a little bit of this because this stuck out to me. This woman in particular, Miramar Martinez up in Chicago, I've run her multiple times. She was talking with CNN after she was shot at the attempted murder. She's told her story. She survived the attack. And we've seen the video of the ICE agent doing exactly what it is that she claimed and accused him of doing. Yet we hadn't seen this angle.
Cameras on.
This is newly released body camera video. A team of 3 Border Patrol agents is driving through a Southside Chicago neighborhood. 2 have guns drawn. Marimar Martinez, an American citizen and school teacher, is driving next to them, honking her horn, warning people to the presence of federal immigration enforcement. Another vehicle is behind the agents, also honking the horn.
All right, it's time to get aggressive and get the out, because they're trying to box us in.
It all happens in seconds.
All right, you're fine now. All right, out of the car.
Be advised, we've been struck, Get out.
Martinez was shot 5 times and survived. In this surveillance video, you can see the front of the agent's SUV come to a stop. 4 seconds later, Martinez's silver Nissan drives off, she says, fearing for her life. The Department of Homeland Security was quick to accuse her of attacking federal law enforcement, saying Border Patrol agents were, quote, ambushed by domestic terrorists that rammed federal agents with their vehicles. FBI Director Kash Patel posted on social media about the incident, quote, attack our law enforcement and this FBI will find you and bring you to justice. The post also included a link to video of a car ramming, but it had no connection to Martinez's case. And the body camera video tells a different story. In the lead up to the collision, you hear agents say they are going to collide with Martinez.
We're going to make contact and we're boxed in.
And just before the moment of impact, it's Agent Charles Exum who sharply turns his steering wheel in the direction of Martinez. Proof, according to her attorney, that they hit her vehicle, not the other way around. And as for the claim of being boxed in, this surveillance video calls that comment into question, with nothing in the path ahead of the border agent's vehicle. The court also released text messages and emails from after the shooting, including one message from Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bovino, just hours after the incident, offering to delay the retirement of Agent Exum, who shot Martinez. In light of your excellent service in Chicago, you have much left to do. And then a text message exchange between Agent Exum and someone whose name was redacted. Are they supportive? Someone asked. Big time. Everyone has been, including Chief Bovino, Chief Banks, Secretary Noem, and El Jefe himself. In various texts to and from fellow agents, the mood was celebratory. Good job, brother. You are a legend among agents. You better effing know that. Beers on me when I see you at training. That's awesome. You did real good. Damn it, man. Good shooting. The day after the shooting, Martinez was indicted. According to the complaint, she, quote, forcibly assaulted, resisted, opposed, impeded, intimidated, and interfered with an officer of the United States. After her attorney viewed the body camera footage and other evidence emerged that undermined the government's version of events, prosecutors made an extraordinary move and asked the judge to drop their own case.
I just think it's important. We see the lies. We see them talking about the next steps they're going to take. We see them talking about how the drawdown is happening. That is right before they talk about how they're not going to draw down much at all if they feel like running back up in there. Greg Bovino is the same type of person that Tom Homan is, who is the same type of person as Todd Lyons is, who's the same type of person as Stephen Miller is, who's the same type of person as Donald Trump is, and all the people that are behind the scenes whose names aren't listed every day about their white supremacist screed and their attacks on this country and the lies that they're willing to tell, from the Department of Homeland Security to the FBI, to all of them coinciding to try and uplift and bring forward this white supremacist government. It's who they are. It's who they've always been.